Welcome back, all you sexy YouTube nail mother lovers. Hayden's here, and today we are doing the creepiest, crawliest, grossiest animal in all of the cursed animal kingdom. That's right, we're doing spiders, but we're doing spiders the claws by Cadence way. Did I say spiders? Spiders. We're doing spiders the claws by Cadence way. Oh, we're off to a blinging start here. That's right. We're going to do bling spiders today, everybody. So, without further ado, let's get started. No, sorry, before we do, nail check-in. Yes, they're still looking great, but we'll talk about them a bit more as we go. Now, let's get started. Okay, so before we get into it, I promised last episode that I would show one of my glitter boxes. This is one of my glitter boxes. I have another one, and I also have a glitter folder. And I also have a tower of many glitters. I will show you more as the days, weeks, and months progress. But I did promise last video, and I did forget, and you did call me on it, and so there it was. One of two boxes of one folder. And oh dear, I'm just realizing how much I have and how ridiculous that is. Right, so what are we going to do today? Today we are doing creepy spiders. Spiders here in Australia are ridiculous. People all around the world know Australia for their creepy crawlies and their bugs, and I tell you what, do I have some stories for you. First story. Living in this house here, up in the rainforest, we had a huntsman spider that was easily the size of two of my hands, which isn't saying much because I have small hands, but it was huge nonetheless, gross and hairy, and inside my house, inside our house, because husband lives here too. So, because husband's a lovely human, he catches the fucking things and puts them outside. This one this night, he couldn't catch. Why? Because it climbed up, up, up into the rooftops. We have very high ceilings at the top of the stairs, and alas, he could not get to it. And so what had to happen? Well, it just sat there. It sat there. And here's me, locking myself in the lowest bathroom at the lowest opposite end of the house that it was, and caused a huge drama, a massive argument, and I had to go sleep in the car because I couldn't handle not knowing where it was and not knowing the fact that it was not outside and was very near our bedroom. The thing was fucking huge. It could have dragged me out of bed by my big toes and eaten me. So fuck that, I say. Okay, if anyone's interested in nails, we're doing a background here, which I'm doing half a shimmer, half a clear, because I thought that would look cool, and putting some liquid chrome on, and then what are we doing here? We're putting on the base coat. After finishing the cure, we're putting on a base coat. That's to seal in the chrome, and then we'll put a top coat on, and then we'll go on to Bling Spider. But Who gives a shit about nails? That's pretty much what we're doing in a nutshell. Who gives a shit about nails? Today I'm talking about spiders. My other spider story. Actually, I have 3 spider stories. Spider story number 2, which is more pleasant than spider story number 1, so we'll go spider story number 2. When I first met husband, before he became husband, we were, how do I put this? We were walking through a beautiful meadow with some friends, and I was just diddly bopping along and I wasn't paying attention, and he very politely pointed to something in front of me, and there was a web with some random bush spider, not a big furry hairy one that live in the houses, just a random bush spider. It also was the size of my hand. Don't get me wrong, it was still big. It just wasn't furry. It was one of the stickly like ones, and I was so shocked I threw everything up in the air and fell in a hole. And he apparently found that endearing because he is now husband. And that's where it all began. So, horrible story. And we're not going to wrap this up by the end of the video, but we've got some spider webs coming. Oh, we might. We got a minute. Alright, so we've got some spider webs coming. I just gave it away in a future episode, but when I was 17 or 18, I had an MGB. For those of you who don't know what an MGB is, it is a little convertible car. And this little convertible car obviously has a soft top and the windows roll up, but they don't have a solid seal because they roll up into the soft top. They don't have an actual like metal frame around it, just window only. And one day I was driving to work and we were experiencing the downpour of all downpours. And as I was driving along on my way to work, I splashed through a puddle and I noticed this like long thing on the passenger side window. I actually thought it was like one of the stitching in the roof. I thought it may have been the stitching in the roof coming off. So I looked over and I thought, that's weird. Anyway, I hit another puddle and it swooshed over the top of the car. And this spider dropped down from the roof of the car into the passenger window. It was on the outside. It was on the outside of the car. And it was the size of the window. I, hand on heart, shit you not, this is not the great Aussie leg pull, taller story, larger than life sort of thing. This spider was the size of the window. It was, it wasn't a huntsman like what you get inside the homes where they're fuzzy all over. This thing had a massive black body that its abdomen would have been larger than the size of my fist, and its legs just reached out from its abdomen and just hook up the size of the window. Now, me being as arachnophobe as I am, was just panicking, freaking, panicking. And I am driving on, at the time, one of the major roads that was around where I lived on my way to work. and I was swerving and swerving, and I'm hitting puddles, and it's raining. And let me tell you, an MGB is like a 30-year-old car, and it absolutely is not waterproof. But I'm going to pause the story here because this is what we have ended up with today. It is a gem spider. I will continue this story in our next one. I'm sorry to leave you on a cliffhanger, but I'm sure you can kind of put two and two together and make three. What I'm doing here is just getting rid of the blue tack or white tack, whatever you want to call it, behind it, so you can see through the nail and see that it is a very pretty kind of see-through spidery looking effect type thing. Just thought I'd go for something a bit different from there. Looks lovely. Rhonda! I'm going, everyone. My Rhonda's here with husband. So I'll see you sexy nail YouTube mother lovers in the next one. Say hello, Rhonda.
Sorry.